I was walking, I just remembered one thing. If you want to face your fears, face them, even though you're feeling afraid. First thing I think is you have to come back to those places or whatever it is that brings you bad memories, you know? Sometimes you said, "Oh, I don't want to do this because it's gonna bring to me bad memories, or you're gonna feel vulnerable, you're gonna feel uncomfortable, you know." And sometimes we don't face our fears. So right now at this moment, I'm facing one of my most fears, because this place I'm going, it reminds me of a really, really bad and dark memory of my life, you know. But in this moment that I'm visiting again, I'm coming back again. Yes, yeah, I'm feeling vulnerable. Yes, I'm feeling uncomfortable. But also, in those memories, in this place, there's a lot of story behind, you know. There's a lot of story. There's a lot of, it's part from who I am today, because even that time, I always used to think I was, maybe it was 2010 year, I don't know, but I remember that time now visiting again. While I'm going there, this vulnerability coming to me and telling me that also in those moments it was important for me, for who I am today. Because in that time I was always thinking about, one day I'm gonna live abroad, one day I'm gonna be able to speak in English and live abroad, live in another country. I was thinking maybe go to United States or Korea, South Korea. So this time period is actually where it all started, my journey and my passion to South Korea. It all began in this place that I will show you soon. This is where all started. This is where all began. As I'm approaching, my passion to South Korea began when I used to live in this neighborhood, and I started to study by myself. Somebody forgot there. I don't know what is that, but maybe some student, who knows. So as I was saying, when I used to live here, this is where all started. That's why I started to have my passion to South Korea, and also started to study about everything about Korea. I got crazy studying about everything. I learned the language, culture, the culture. And this neighborhood is where all started. And I will show you the house I used to live too. But you're not gonna be able to see all the house because the house is not visible like this. But this is the street I used to live, and this street is where all started, my journey to South Korea, and where all started. And as I told you, I went to Korea, I went to South Korea, I live abroad. I was 5 years living in Korea, and that is the house I used to live in. This is where all started. And my school was over there, my second school. The house is not visible, but this is the street and the house where all started. visiting here the first time after so long. It looks like I came back to the year. It feels like I'm back to my past again, you know. Somehow feels like I'm back to my past in 2010, 2009 year. It was a dark period of my life, but it was important for me because it's part of me.
Because it's part of me.
It made me who I am today. And if it wasn't for that moment, if it wasn't for that dark period, maybe I wouldn't be able to achieve so many things that I achieved because of this, you know. So I want to tell you, if you could, please come back to your old memories, come back to your past houses or past places where you have traumas or where you have bad memories or good memories. Look at them with love, with passion, because it is because of these moments that I am who I am today, that I achieve everything I achieve. I studied English, I studied Korean, I study all the things, and the culture, the food, the people, how do they do. I did everything that I could back in that time. All the resources. When I was living here in my darkest times, I always felt that one day I'm gonna be able to tell the story for everyone. You know, I'm gonna be able to tell them that I achieved everything that I wanted in that time, and I did. I lived in Korea. I speak Korean. I study Korean. I speak English. Right now, talking to you guys, and I'm here right now telling you guys when I used to live in this house, that Isabella dreaming of going to Korea and dreaming of talking all her story to you guys. Now it came true. It's true. It is true. So I just want to tell you one thing: never doubt about yourself and never give up on your dreams. Whatever your dream is, believe it. You're gonna achieve. Believe it. Trust yourself. Believe yourself, and feel in your heart that you already did. Because that time, my feeling was, I already did. I'm gonna live in Korea. I'm gonna live in Korea. I'm gonna go there. I'm going there. You know, I lived and I felt like I already achieved, even before achieving. You know, so this is what I want to tell you. And after I finished my high school, it was dark moments, dark situations, but it made me who I am today. So, yep. Just think about my story and try to think about yours too. Everything's possible, but you have to trust yourself first. You have to start with yourself first, you know. Don't wait for anybody to believe you. Don't wait for anybody to trust you. Don't wait for anybody to help you, because nobody's gonna do this except yourself. You're gonna do this for yourself. So, as I did to myself, I did everything alone. I did all my resources. I did all my studies. I did all my manifestation alone. Nobody helped me. But I believed myself. I believed myself. I trusted myself. And I knew deep inside my heart that I was gonna achieve. And I achieved. And I'm here to tell you the story, to tell you my story, and to tell you that everything's possible. When you believe, forget that.